Where's the Queensland spirit now?
Welcome, shareholders. This is the Off-Field Drama Podcast. I'm Sauce.
I'm Berkey.
How the hell are we?
Good, buddy. Good. Yeah. Been better, but I'm up and about still, Saucy, you know.
You're fighting fit, mate. You're here.
I'm here, mate. I'm beside you.
You're a good man, and that's all that matters.
That's right, big fella. Happy to have you on board.
Oh, mate, happy to be always here next year. But
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Thanks to the bloody Brilliant Beers boys who dropped in the kit. They were down in Sydney. We used their podcast stuff, so that's why we're doing it a bit late this week on the Thursday. Clutzy was down doing the world's most ordinary rig. Came second, did you? Fourth. No, who cares?
Shit. Okay.
Number one in our eyes.
The reigning champion couldn't go back to back.
Big Fijian boy.
Nor could
didn't he?
Gold Trip on Tuesday.
No.
And credit to Without a Fight.
Yeah, who were you backing?
I gave the shareholders a couple, as you would have seen, shareholders. I was on that honest front runner, Serpentine and Ash Run. Serpentine shut the bed, and Ash Run was a brave fourth.
Yeah.
A bit like Clutzy, actually. So, shout out if you had the winner. Shout out if you got the trifecta. And more importantly, to that fucker that won the first
400 grand.
400 G's.
I backed Shiraz. I checked my sports bet. I completely forgot about it. Had a couple $10 each ways. It's made 26 to place.
To place.
Yeah.
I
Just
tell
a little
you, cheeky. That's
better
a
than nothing.
shout.
Better than nothing. No one picked it.
No one did.
I reckon it ruined a lot of of trifectas.
Shitload of them. I tell you what, once again, and when are people going to learn? Favourites do not win the Melbourne Cup.
They don't win. No, I was saying before, I just said the last couple of Melbourne Cups I've watched, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's always the first.
Always at the top of the page.
Top numbers, yeah.
Yeah, righto.
Wee little coinky dink.
And then you throw a little down the bottom. Salcombe should have won.
Yeah.
If anyone watched it, a replay of it.
What was the ride? I heard the ride was just...
Yeah, old Magic Man Moreira decided that he thought he could ride Salcombe up the arse of a horse and that horse in front of him would move.
Yeah.
Well, mate, these things weigh 500 kilos, brother.
You know a bit about jockeying and horse riding, don't you?
Yeah, familiar with it, mate. As a world-leading jockey coach.
Yeah, a 50 kilo.
Oh, give me 70.
Yeah.
And the rest.
Yeah.
Mate, it was a shocking ride. Joe, if you're listening, I know you're probably out there, buddy. You'd be a shareholder, mate. Be better. This isn't Shah Tin.
We got to pay credit to the man we had on last week, a shareholder.
Ring-a-ding-ding. Lutzy is the king.
Lutzy. He said some fucking crook stuff. Not
Didn't
stuff
he?
for breakfast radio, but nonetheless, he said it. He was here, enjoyed it.
And, mate, he was outstanding. I'm going to say it. That was the best ep yet on OFD. And the feedback has been phenomenal.
We're trying to get Linny.
Yeah, shareholders. Chris Lynn has made his presence known that he wants to be on the couch.
Before he ducks off to Adelaide to join the Strikers.
The Strikers. So we're hoping to get him on the couch with a few jars in hand. And I'm sure he's got plenty to say because I've seen the big fella out and about and he's a bad hombre.
Why is he not in the T20 or the one-day side?
I think he retired or he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just travels around the world now. He'll
making millions for fucking 10 games.
And look, that's the life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
we don't need him either. He can just do his thing.
We don't need him, but good luck to you, Lenny. So when are we going to get him on the couch?
Hopefully Monday.
Oh, shit, that
Before
early.
he goes in the next 3 weeks, hopefully.
Oh, if we could get him on Monday, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
I've heard a few stories of Lenny, and it is off-field drama 101.
He's a good Caxton regular, Lenny.
Yeah, I bet he is, yeah. No, he like I said, shareholders, buckle up. If Chris Lynn's coming on the couch, anything is on the table.
Yeah. How was your Melbourne Cup day nonetheless? How's your weekend?
Weekend was good, mate. Didn't do too much to report. I've had a whirlwind of a week, mate. So I've been I've been down working things out.
Doing your thing.
Doing my thing, mate. But let's talk about you.
Yeah.
How was the Caco here on Tuesday?
Was good, yeah. The finest people in Australia always come out on Melbourne Cup Day. I mean, I don't know where the fuck they are for the other 365 days of the year, but
Good crowd.
just good crowd, but just they come out of the woodworks.
Yeah, they do.
Weirdos. They love Melbourne Cup Day. They go out for like a Christmas party in Melbourne Cup and they're there 2 days out and they just make fools of themselves.
You saucy shareholders was trying to get me to come and help doing the tab tickets.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to bet either.
Yeah.
They don't know how to read little slips of paper and put bets on. So we usually need like one tab helper.
It's like a crossword for these people, isn't it? They don't
Yeah.
know, what letter to click.
It's all laid out in front of you on the screens and stuff. Or
What's the point of
I mean,
instructions,
if you
people?
can do a crossword or a Sudoku, you should be able to fill out a tab ticket.
It's like a code word, mate. M is for Melbourne, R is for racing.
And there's pictures there too.
Or T is for thoroughbrand. Like, come on now.
But are you betting on a dog, like a greyhound?
Yeah, well then
and
you
a little
click
picture
G.
of the dog?
Yeah, it's straight. Australians make it so easy to have a punt. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't get it, but people can't do it.
I think I heard Tab was saying that they would have made $500 million on the day.
That's insane.
Didn't even touch the sides.
So that 400,000 for old mate is just peanuts.
That is absolute lightweight. I would have loved to know what that Phil was doing after
Do you
seeing
put mysteries on?
I throw a lot of mysteries on. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that tactic
Yeah.
for Melbourne Cup.
Because you're better off doing that.
Yeah, and don't include the favourite. I always don't include the favourite.
Well, it never wins, so
Never
you're right
wins.
there.
It's Kennedy Oaks Day, shareholders, as we're recording, Saucy and I, and you can't see.
Did you
that-
just fucking burp?
Did I? No.
Smells like it.
No, mate. That's just you in general. To the top right of me, shareholders, we've got the racing going on. So it's in the top left-hand corner probably of where you're seeing.
Yeah, correct.
You won't be able to see it. So
Good
Saucy and I...
visualization there for the shareholders.
Oh, for the
that are watching
shareholders.
on YouTube. Good on you, mate.
Yeah, I think of them. So, shareholders, we will give you a live cross to Kennedy Oaks, the race. The Godolphin thing's a hot pot, but
What is it? Godolphin?
yeah, well, that's the stable. I love Godolphin, but Your Highness. Anyway, let's get into it, Saucy. What do you got for me?
Mate, I've got a really good one from a shareholder. They've picked up on it saying that they're not sure where you think that I, am giving myself nicknames from. Because I've got the boys here. They said King of the North. They gave that to me.
Bullshit.
Yeah, here they are in the background fucking shaking their
Mate,
heads.
this bloke is the biggest...
Fuck off.
This bloke...
Don't stitch me up.
I have never met a bloke who has given him the self-appointed
Well,
nickname.
someone's picked up on you giving yourself the nickname the Ghost of Ross Oval.
No, I got
They
given
call me
that.
the Ghost. Oh!
You asked.
Yeah,
I
right.
think Frierson,
Yeah, right.
Shanna's out there.
Righto,
I didn't come up with
The
that.
Ghost of Ross Oval.
That's what they call me.
Okay.
Mate,
I'm going to get confirmation on that.
I'll get Frierson. He's a shareholder. I know you.
Frierson's a nudgy boy.
Yeah, that's why they called me the Ghost of Ross Oval.
He's literally wanking you off.
Well, because I ran a clinic, yeah. Respect that. You don't. It's like JT, mate. You know what I mean? You don't get immortalised for nothing if you don't do it.
Well, another shareholder then said to me, they said, we're sick of, the GPS chat with
Yeah, well-
it comes up every so often. And
Lutzy was the one
I know
ringleading that.
he was bringing it up quite a bit. Someone said, why don't you put it out there for the shareholders and commentate your game?
Oh, you want me to commentate the 2012 game?
Yeah, commentate the 2012 and put it to bed, like lay it to rest. If you're really,
I don't, mate. Like you say, I don't.
Did you play well that day?
I was pretty. My box kicking was special.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like if you could see a tutorial on how to box kick, you'd show them that clip.
Yeah, right.
I missed a couple of tackles. I think.
So like me when we play TRL, if you want to know how to have a really good short kicking game in goal, rubbers and stuff like that.
You wouldn't play that.
Crossfield chips and
We forfeited again last night.
I don't think we played for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I tell you what, our
Forfeited the semi-final.
did we? Was that a semi last
I
night?
think so.
Oh, there you go. Hey, I want to quickly touch on, OFD, we're the official partners of the Brisbane Broncos.
Yeah, right. Their
Did
jersey
you
was
see
incredible.
their jerseys?
Yeah, it was incredible.
If you tell me that we are not winning the premiership in 2024, you can go and get you know what.
They've leveled up.
That collar is doing me in all the right places.
The colours.
I love the
Subtle,
white.
not too over the top.
So that's the away jersey,
Yeah.
and then I think we're using that away jersey in Vegas.
Real 2015.
Real 2015. It's just so sharp. Like, if you want to pick up, I'd throw that on.
Well, you see Paddy in it, and he can wear anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, Paddy, say less. Speaking of Paddy, I want to bring this up. Paddy Carrigan did his GOAT pyramid. Okay, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this source.
He left out Wally.
So, he left out Wally.
Wally, he said, was outside the pyramid.
Why? Because he was too good.
He doesn't belong in it. He owns the pyramid.
Right. Well, let me read the pyramid to the shareholders, can I?
Cam
'Cause
Smith tops it.
Yeah, well, geez, do you want to take it away?
Well, you said, are you familiar with it? And I said, yeah.
So Cam Smith's at 1, which is fair,
Yeah.
I would say. And then the next line is JT, Alfie, and GI.
Yeah.
And then the line after that
He puts
is
Lockie in it.
Billy, Mal, Lockyer, Gordy, and Shane Webke.
Yeah.
Was there anyone we thought could have potentially been in the lineup?
Probably Payno.
Who?
Payne Haas.
This is the Maroons pyramid, you moron.
I thought it was the Broncos one.
I tell you what, this guy...
Is it really? I thought it was the Broncos.
It's
Mal
the
didn't play
gift
for the
that
Broncos.
keeps on giving with you. Yeah, that's why Mal Meninga's in it. Yes. So I feel like Darren could potentially be leveled up there. And then finally, the bottom tier, Petro, Carl Webb, Cherry Evans,
Sido.
Josh Papali'i, Thaiday, Dane Gay-Guy, and Big Nate Miles. Now, personally, I mean, I love slamming Thaiday, but that's a huge call to throw him in there.
Yeah.
I like what he's doing. It's a great thing. It's
No,
a
this
great
is one I
talk.
saw. I'm just a fucking idiot.
It's a great talking point. Cam Smith at the top's understandable. I love that Wally's not in it because he's the king. So he controls the royal kingdom.
I think Lockyer not being up the... Lockyer and Slater.
I mean, and Mal. That's and Slater. You could have.
Then you could say Gordy.
Could you join those two rows together, mate?
You know who I'd throw in there? Brad Thorne. I'd throw Brad Thorne
Yeah,
in there.
okay.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe not as a Origin. Like, did he play that many? Probably did. Where's Kevy? Kevy's not in there.
Nah, Kevy didn't make it.
Pearl?
Pearl didn't make it. Anyone else we need to bloody cover off?
You probably couldn't throw.
Where's-
I like
where's-
GI being in the second tier. That's
Where's
good.
Sean Berrigan?
I was going to say Sean Berrigan.
Where's Clinton Shavosky or Dane Carlaw?
Did he play?
I think Clint did it. I think he played real well too. Oh, Clint. But I think that's an
Where's
interesting...
Edric Lee?
Oh, there's some world beaters in that. But it's an interesting idea that they've done there, the Maroons.
Who would you have in your New South Wales one? Who cares?
Well, yeah, who gives a fuck? I mean, you'd have to have Joey at the top, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Joey 1.
Peter Sterling would be in there.
Sterling, I think Minicello might be in the second
Mini.
row. Well, he was probably one of the best fullbacks
Freddie.
they had. Freddie would be there. They had some good forwards. Fitzgibbons, maybe.
Craig Fitzgibbon, yeah.
Yeah, he was up there. But also, why the fuck do we talk about those losers down south? They're not worth time. I did see that NRL's looking at getting Tom Brady involved for the season opener.
Yeah, that's insane.
What do you reckon he knows about the great game?
Well, he's an athlete.
He is an athlete. Where would you put Tom on a footy field?
I'd put him right in that
Centre?
top.
Winger? He's
No,
not
a playmaker.
quick.
He's a playmaker.
6.
He's a Cam Smith.
He's
a
about
9.
6'5".
He's a 9.
He's not a 9.
He's a 9.
He's not.
He's a Cam Smith. He's slow as fuck, but he reads the game, plays it well.
He'd be the tallest 9. I think he's about 6'5".
Where would you have him?
Yeah, I don't know.
Seen the cunt run?
Yeah, I know, mate. I know.
He runs like you.
He does. He's not as quick as me over 40 yards. Hey, I'd love to see who would win between you and him.
In what, a race?
Yeah, in a race.
Probably him.
He's not quick at all.
Yeah.
But that's
Mate.
interesting to know.
I got a haircut today.
Yeah, I got to say, I didn't notice.
Took about 45 minutes to an hour.
For what? A couple of fades on the
Yeah,
side?
now you're taking my joke. Oh, yeah. He said, how long are you going to be? And I said, well, there's not much hair to cut, so shouldn't be too long. Old mate took as long as he fucking could to get the thing done.
45
and I'm just thinking, like, what are you
minutes.
doing, man?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you get
I mean, it's a bit of care. I got the little mully, if you can see.
Do you get a beer these days when you get a haircut?
Nah, not at my one. They give you the good face rub down and shit like that.
Any
Massage your hair.
Yeah, so you can get a little rubby. No
Yeah.
rub and tugs at the hairdresser, I hope.
Not mine.
Yeah, okay.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, no, not me either.
That's weird.
I do my own haircuts these days, shareholders, and I tell you what, I do an effing good job.
I was going to say, so when I went a couple times ago, I thought about it and I thought,
If you did your own haircut, it'd be game, set, match.
what, for me? I've done it before. I've given it the 0.
Have you?
Yeah.
It's amazing it's come back the way it has.
Yeah.
But-
Anyway, I want to tell this story and I was thinking.
Tell her.
This lady at the same hairdresser, like it's a really good hairdresser.
Plug it.
And-
You know we love to plug it.
XL Barbier.
XL Barbie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this French guy owns it.
Yeah.
And she said to me one time, she's cutting my hair. Now they look at it, they rub their fingers through it, and she goes, "So what are you going to do?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" I'm thinking like, "You mean like what do you want me to get it? Like how's am I going to get cut?" She goes, "What are you going to do when it goes?" And I'm thinking like,
You
Are you
bitch.
serious?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, well, I won't be coming here when it goes.
Yeah, you'll be out of business if that's the case.
So I was thinking, what are you going to do? Go to Turkey maybe?
Wait, so does she have the audacity? Mate, your job is to cut my hair, not make
Not
me
question
feel
my
bad.
hair.
Yeah.
I sunk down in the chair.
Yeah, did you?
I was like, fuck off. I come here for a nice peaceful cut and now I'm not going to talk to you.
Seriously?
They should have like deals in Turkey. Like to
About-
go to Turkey
and get a
hairdressers.
haircut.
Because if I lose my hair, they're out of business.
They are out of business, yeah, and they might have a bit of cream or something to top it up. I always find it interesting, a haircut conversation.
Yeah, I don't really like them a lot.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes you get the ones that are just so chatty,
Yeah.
and you're like, brother, I'll be honest with you, didn't ask.
I just sort of zip the lip.
Yeah.
I don't really want to chat. I just want you to cut my hair and I want to get out of there and
Yeah.
go on with my day.
I hate when they go rogue and they just start cutting the hair the way they think it because they want to show off their skills with a
Yeah.
scissor and what's it?
Clipper
and what are those?
you know what
A
I heard?
brush.
I heard
the
that
brush shareholder.
Hairdressers fuck up all the time and they don't say anything, and that's why if your hair's not what you think it is, it's because they try and make up for what they did.
Well, that's so fair. That's why I stopped going to them. When it's so
you
easy,
cut your own?
I do it myself. It's a 2-blade all round.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be this easy, shareholders. I'm bringing the buzz cut back. And there's nothing that's going away either. It is all there.
I'm just looking at it.
It's not going, big guy.
I can't talk, but
We've got
she's thinning.
we must make mention while we're lucky enough to be talking about haircuts. There's a bloke that's just been banished from Rugby Australia who's pretty much might as well be bald.
Yeah, his passport needs to be torn up.
His passport needs to be torn up. I saw some statistics of that fuckhead called Eddie
Statistics?
Jones.
Statistics.
22% win rate, 0 wins against Tier 1 opposition, which is the first time since 1995. 30 points against per game, most in the calendar year. 6 captains in 9 tests. And some of those captains, I would have sworn, were playing rugby for the first time. Last place in the Rugby Championship, a first time ever. And largest loss to South Africa since 2008. Now, you want to talk about a resume for Eddie Jones. He's putting his hand up to be OFD's Knob of the Year. And quite frankly, he's miles out in front.
I think it's sewn up. I think
It
it's
might be sewn up.
completely.
How is Hamish McLennan still got a job? Does he
yeah.
have dirt on Rugby Australia, do we think?
Politics.
But that dude doesn't know what he's doing.
Clearly.
Mate.
I reckon it would have been awkward when Eddie coached all the players you didn't pick in the
Oh,
Barbarians game. Did you see that?
Yeah. Oh, so was he coaching Barbars?
They lost that to Wales too, yeah.
What was that score?
Wales 50 odd to something, high 40s, low teens or something.
Was no one else available in the world to coach the team?
They picked that Scott Robinson guy, I think, who was the old Crusaders coach, and Eddie Jones, and they were up in the box.
Oh my
Hooper,
God.
Michael Hooper was in the team.
Was he?
Yeah, Rob Leona, I think, was there.
How could they
Valentini,
play with
like-
that dude coaching it?
Yeah. Who's the prop? Big Nella. He was playing and they lost. They got pumped, the Barbarians.
Mate, it sounds like he's picked a better team than the Wallabies when
There
he
was
picked the Wallabies
there were
team.
more Wallabies players in it too that should have been there.
Oh, what? So now he's trying to give all the Wallabies a reach around and make himself feel good.
I just reckon it would have been so awkward.
Oh, it would have been horrific.
I don't think he picks that team.
Oh, he doesn't?
I don't think so.
Right,
I think
so
whoever's in charge of the Barbarians probably doesn't.
Well,
Well, they go, he can coach.
that selection committee did a better job than the fucking Wallabies selection committee by the
Yeah,
sounds
they
of
did.
it.
Well, they still lost anyway.
Yeah, well, true, but not as much as the Wallabies did to Wales.
No.
What was the score?
They scored tries, yeah.
They did. That is the aim of the game in rugby, isn't it? Score tries and have more points than the opposition.
It was actually
at
a
the
pretty
end
good
of
game.
80.
It was actually close. Then it sort of blew out in the second half.
Did you
And they
watch
come
it?
back. Yeah, it was on really late, not out here. One night.
And you actually got up and watched that shit.
Well, I was here working. Yeah.
Oh, you were working your ass off.
Yeah.
Hey, shareholders, I want to start a trend on OFD.
Yeah, go.
Okay? Now, a shareholder, he reached out to me. I was playing golf with him. Chris O, love you, brother. He said to me, Berkey, mate, I want you to raise this on OFD because this is the Olympic city. And,
Yeah.
we are just building for 2032. And he said, is there anything more iconic in Brisbane than a city cat gliding along a glassy Brisbane river? And I said, do you know what, CJ? You are bang on the money. Watching a city cat glide along a glassy Brisbane river
In the morning.
is so iconic to Brisbane. So I want to start a trend, shareholders. If you see a city cat gliding along a glassy Brisbane river, our Brisbane River, our brown snake, post that shit on Instagram and tag Off-Field Drama.
Yeah, I like that.
And we are going to turn this into a trend for 2032.
For 2032?
Well, yeah, in the build-up.
Yeah. In the
Let's
lead up.
do it, shareholders. Get around me.
You been on a city cat lately?
Not recently, but I'm gonna ride the hell out of one. If I see a glassy Brisbane River, you sure as hell know I'm tapping on that
You got a
thing.
go kart. Yeah, you got to tap on.
Yeah, I don't have a go-kart.
I
I
sort
have
of just slippery sloped through.
Oh, yeah. I know back in the day you could kind of wiggle. I always got one for like the Ekka on a Tuesday night. If you get on the piss there on Tuesday if you're at school or whatever.
Did you live on the south side?
No, if we had pre somewhere, I don't know, mate. Back in the day,
Yeah, you got on the city cats.
You're
back in the
stupid
day.
and you're
Yeah.
young, and you had
Yeah.
a flask or what were those, a little goon bag, and
Yeah.
you'd sneak that on the city cat and
I
let
went
rip.
on one out to Eat Street.
Well, that's
The
a
city.
nice
Yeah,
touch.
it's about an hour.
And
good.
well, if there's any shareholders that obviously we've got shareholders all across the globe too.
Yeah.
We might
Is there city
add.
cats anywhere else in the world?
No, it's a Brisbane thing through and
In
through.
Sydney.
No, I think they do ferries.
They got ferries, yeah.
Shareholders, we are 3.5 minutes away from the Kennedy Oaks.
Are you going to call it?
I can call it. Do you want me to call
yeah,
it?
you call it, and then we'll put the race up and clip it up.
And clip it up because I did a Brownlow and that went gangbusters.
Oh, yeah, that was huge, bro.
I can only imagine how good this is going to go. But that's right, shareholders. Let's get that trending sauce. You like that?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Because I started sending photos to Chris. I was like, no, you know what we're going to do? Because that's going to get OFD out and about. So, shareholders, if you see a city cat, you take a photo and you post that shit and you tag us.
Do you know what I like? What Lutzy said? If you can't leverage yourself in any way
Yeah.
off the Olympics in 2032, you don't have a hair on your nut.
Nah, and well said, Lutzy. I
Yeah.
mean, he said
Spoken
some,
like a man on breakfast radio.
he said some wild shit. Lutzy, if you're listening, mate, I sent you an email a couple of weeks ago too, pal. And
No reply?
No
As he
reply.
flagged you.
So,
Well, he said to me, he messaged me in the start of this week. So the potty had been up for a week, and he said he was up at the Noosa Try, and he said heaps of people were coming up to him, or they'd seen it on TikTok or whatever, and they were like, that was hilarious.
mate, the feedback, people cannot believe how loose that fella is, and his care factor
It was not high.
was so low. I'd hate to know what 20 to 25-year-olds he was chasing up at the Noosa Surfy. I would hate to know what poor females are on the receiving end of that bloke.
Well, the man likes to live. We know that.
He loves to live.
There
He
ain't
loves
nothing
to
wrong with
live. I did see, I'm not sure if he was wearing, but I have a huge bone to pick with people that wear red sneakers.
Yeah, shoot. I don't like it either.
I hate red sneakers. Let me be crystal clear. If you wear red sneakers, shock on. Oh, felt like I just heard an earthquake go just then.
I heard that through the headset.
We've got an audience here, shareholders, and one member in our audience has just let one rip,
Yeah.
and the vibration through the set was out of control.
So what don't you like about red sneakers? As we wait for the Oaks.
There's so much wrong with red sneakers.
Yeah.
I think it's how the color, they stick out. They're not a sneaker color.
They're not it shouldn't be a colour on shoes.
No, it's not a colour on shoe, and it shouldn't be on a footpath. It shouldn't be on a basketball court. It shouldn't be anywhere.
What type of shoes do you like?
Casual white sneakers.
Cash? What are you tipping in this race, bro?
Well, look, the Godolphin thing, I backed it shareholders last start, and it came home. I like it on the quick backup. If I could give you something at value, shareholders, I'll tell you right now.
I've got Harlow Mist and
Yep.
Amazonian Lass each way, and then
Yep.
I've got another U as well.
Okay.
Couple roughies.
Well, Amazonian Lass beat Zadozi last start.
Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 box try. Mr. Clutterbuck also tipped that unknowingly to my tip, so I think there's something in that.
So I'm going to take over here, shareholders. So there's no Matty Hill for this call. So as they go into the barriers in the 2023 Kennedy Oaks, Zadozi's moving in. Adam Hieronymus on Tropical Squall is moving in. The crowd is buzzing here on Kennedy Oaks Day. What a glorious day it is at HQ.
Samuel, it's a beautiful day.
Set. Bit of movement in the barrier. Racing in the 2023 Kennedy Oaks. And geez, what a great start. Amazonian Lass has been scrubbed up and it is coming straight across. It's going to lead him up from Tropical Squall. Harlow Mist third. Followed by Everlasting Kiss, who I think could be a serious chance. In between that, I just can't see, so stick with me, shareholders.
Samuel, get the binoculars
Followed
out.
in the middle, you've got the favourite. She looks like she's poised, the young thing. J-Mac, he hasn't moved. Behind her is Athfeld, rode by Mark Zara, the Melbourne Cup winner. Shout out to Marky Zara. He was on the sauce like he was ready to rock and roll. He's gone back to back. Tell you what, it's a pretty nice pace they've got going on at the moment.
I'm in the trifecta right now.
Where are you? Who are you on?
Amazonian Lass leading.
Well, Amazonian Lass shareholders, it's still leading and it is in cruise control.
Looks good too.
Harlow Mist, there she is, and Tropical Squall. They haven't changed whatsoever. Everlasting Kiss, she's got the head down and she is ready to rock and roll. Followed by her is the big lass. She's a big girl, Basilinia. Damien Oliver in his last Melbourne Cup Carnival. Love you, D. Ollie. Followed by her, well, the favourite, she is just sniffing us, and that's where she likes to sniff. Behind her is another U who's about 80 to 1, and it looks like it's an 80 to 1 shot. Then you've got this horse called Peaky Ridge, and if you like Peaky Blinders, it might be a bit of an omen.
Thank God it's a horse.
And last of all, well, I'll tell you who last is. It's Ethel Mould. And let's just say Ethel Mould isn't breaking any speed records. Jeez,
Mate,
they are getting busy, Saucy.
I've got the 2 at the front there, the 5 and the 3.
Amazonian Lash, she's got a bit under the tank. Tropical Squall looks gone.
If this thing leads the whole way,
Harlow Mist is firing up, and J-Mac has not moved. J-Mac has not moved.
Oh, what's that?
And he's pressed the button.
Is that the 2?
Here comes the
Is this the
favourite.
try?
Here comes the favourite. Zardozi has
Go.
gone to the lead. Holy shit, this thing is flying. That is a thoroughbred. That is a fast thoroughbred.
That's the trifecta.
Yeah, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
J-Mac
Is it?
just won the Kennedy Oaks on Zardozi. Shout out to your Highness, your Royal Highness, Mr. Sir, who knows whatever the fuck your name
Oh,
is. And ring-a-ding-ding, J-Mac is still the king.
Couldn't have been further from it, the early crow.
Well, shareholders, I tell you what, if that call didn't impress you, I don't know what
Real
will.
good favourite there.
Yeah, real good favourite.
Yeah, wet goes well on the wet, they reckon.
Well, it's as dry as anything, I
No,
think.
she rained overnight.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Well, your race caller doesn't even know what the track is. Oh, it's a good fall. Fucking rained overnight. Jeez, that's a good looking horse, Saucy.
Yeah. Thoroughbred right there.
That's a true thoroughbred.
Nah, that was scintillating stuff there on the
Yes,
OFD podcast. Hope you really enjoyed that, shareholders.
You're welcome, shareholders. If you're still with us, I want to do my legend of the week.
Yeah, rip in.
Okay,
I mean, I don't
and
think there's any other person it could be.
this is, once again, I have to reiterate, one of the greatest segments in the world at the moment. The feedback's been phenomenal. Look no further than the Big Show, shareholders. Glenn Maxwell, congratulations. You are this week's OFD Legend of the Week. And I mean,
Maxi can hit him.
not only can Maxi hit him, he could hit him with pretty much no movement.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that.
It was like stick cricket out there.
Yeah.
He didn't have any legs. He couldn't move.
He's basically still concussed.
He still concussed.
You know about that?
Yeah, heard about it.
Yeah, he fell off the golf cart.
Golf cart.
Yeah.
So he's
He
a
was
HIA.
he probably had a few.
Mate, the way he was swinging, he looked concussed.
There's something in that, but
There was no technique.
No, he
it was
didn't need it.
glorious.
Yeah.
And he couldn't move. Like, did you see him?
He couldn't run.
He was, he
Yeah.
couldn't, Well,
he was slapping at him.
He cramped up in both legs.
I reckon it's one of the best
It is.
performances I've ever seen
Ever seen, Saucy.
in cricket.
Ever seen.
Yeah. If they lose that, what happens?
Well, I think they still
go
might have
through.
made it. Yeah, regardless, they would have finished second or third. It's
do
the
they
same.
play?
They're playing South Africa.
No, they play the Deshies, don't they?
Well, yeah, but in the finals,
Bangladesh?
they'll be playing South Africa. They've got one more.
What about India?
They got one. India will finish first.
Yeah.
And then South Africa and Australia, it's just a case they finish second or third.
Don't they play Bangladesh?
Yeah, last pool game.
Yeah, right.
But it's pretty much sewn up.
How many fucking pool games are there?
Well, they play everyone. I think there's about, I don't know how many teams there
I
are.
like that format.
Yeah, you like. Well, when
You
there's
get a
not
chance
so
to always
many.
beat the Poms like we did.
Well, we pile drive the Poms.
They've got nothing.
They have nothing, Saucy.
Like, it's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing on so many different levels.
Did you hear that Sri Lanka lost to India and the Sri Lankan
He
government?
got out? Did you see that? The Sri Lankan guy, first time ever, was out without facing a ball because his helmet strap broke.
And it hit the wicket.
No, and the
What?
rule is you have to be ready to bat. And so because his helmet strap broke, he then had to get a new helmet. By that point, it was too long. Time over, big guy. Fingers gone up, out you go.
Wow, I didn't know that. I just
Yeah.
heard that the Sri Lanka obviously lost to India and the government or someone came out and they sacked the whole Sri Lankan cricket board.
Did they
They
really?
sacked them. Yeah, they got out for like 70.
What?
Sri Lanka, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Imagine that.
Can the Australian
Can they
government...
do that to rugby?
Can they do that to Rugby Australia?
Yeah.
Albo, I know you're probably listening on your plane to who knows where you're flying to
They got
now,
it for
big
55.
guy.
We got some
But
confirmation. Thank you, Josh.
Can we get Albo just to get rid of Rugby Australia, maybe? That's a plea there.
John would do it. Howard would do
Oh,
it.
Johnny would do it. He'd be wearing a Wallabies tracksuit
If
too
you got a
when he
hair on
does
your
it.
nut elbow, do it.
Do it, Albo, you
Do
coward.
it now. Do it now.
Let's not go political.
No.
What do we think? What do we think of Saucy? Because you're the relationship guy at the moment. You know what love is like. Can you talk us through the new sports power couple that's just been formed?
Cleary and
Mary Fowler.
Fowler, yeah.
Do we have a
Mary Cleary has a good ring to it.
Mary
Mary
Cleary? Okay. Or
Ma-
Nathan Fowler. Nathan Fowler screams like a striker for Man City.
What's their power couple name?
What is it? Nate Aller.
Nathla.
Could be better.
Fury?
Fleary. Flower?
Oh, can you?
No, but her last name is Fowler. Clower.
We'll think about it.
Send us through, shareholders,
what do you
when you
reckon?
can work that. But what do we think about that? Like, do we like it? Not sure if I'm sold on it.
I think that they should potentially have as many kids as possible that play rugby.
Do you think if they had a boy today, does that boy play rugby league or soccer?
Have we ever had a Julie in both those codes? Because I think that'd be the first time ever that that'd happen.
It'd be right up there, Saucy.
We've had AFL, Rugby Union, and Rugby League. That's been done by Carmichael Hunt and Israel Flower. I think that'd be the first time ever. We could have a first time a Socceroo and a kangaroo.
You reckon their son would be that talented because of the sperm from both parents
I don't see why not.
that they could be
that'd be
triple
special.
code?
That'd be special, yeah.
Are we calling this right now, shareholders, that if Cleary sends a swimmer into Fowler, we potentially could have a triple code athlete?
Yeah,
Wow.
I hope so.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, Nathan's going to need to get busy because Fowler lives in London. And I don't know about this long distance stuff these days, with kids, the way they kind of play up, you know what I mean? So, speaking of, I'm losing it, shareholders. Saucy, you're going to give me something
I've
here.
just got some mail
I'm
here.
talking to a brick wall.
I've got some mail here. It's certainly not true. I don't know if I can say it. It's not true. Have a read of this. That's fucking wild.
Well, talk. You need to talk to the shareholders.
Oh, shareholders. Apparently they're not together, and it's just a ploy by Adidas. Adidas.
Well, that's an interesting story, shareholders. Can you elaborate on that, Saucy? So they're saying that Adidas...
I don't know how credible the source is,
So
but fuck,
they're
that'd be funny.
saying that allegedly, of course, that Adidas, being their apparel sponsor,
Don't say the rest.
has requested that Nathan Cleary and Mary Fowler get it on like Donkey Kong for the sake of their brand.
I don't think either of them have an issue with that if it was in their contract.
I think Ivan's pretty ecstatic about it, to be honest with you. I mean, I've seen Nathan's track record, and it isn't pretty.
Oh, have you not?
Well, I saw it in the Daily Mail. Yes, shareholders, I tickle with the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
He was seen with a bird from Maths, who was an absolute fucking you-know-what. And then he was seen with another bird from Love Island. Like, Mary Fowler's got class. She's got a right boot that I would just absolutely love to suckle on. And I don't know. Like
That's all right. There's no kink shaming in that. That's all right.
Her right boot is outstanding.
Yeah.
Like, it's powerful.
Yeah.
She knows how to hit the top right corner.
Powered by Adidas.
Powered by Adidas. And shout out Adidas, if you want to come on board, we would love an apparel sponsor.
Yeah, good on you, mate. I'm sure they're listening.
Once again, plug up.
Yeah. I went out on the weekend, Samuel. I got to talk to you about this.
Talk to me, Saucy.
And I've got this little thing that I do now, and I don't know if it's good or not. Especially because you work at a pub, family owns a pub, and I fucking hate it when people do it. I've started nicking things. I've started nicking little knickknacks and little things from like bars
I used to knick-knack schooners.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. Schooners or pints,
I'm not.
wine glasses.
I'm a sheep, mate.
Yeah.
But it needs to be a good one. A nice frosted Peroni schooner glass. I think is
I
the
don't dabble with
best.
Peroni. I reckon Peroni is the shittest beer going around.
Is the best schooner glass going out there,
Like
shareholders.
those long ones.
the long frosted Peroni. It is such a delicious looking cup.
Yeah, it was a shame the beer isn't delicious.
Well, stuff it. I love it.
Yeah. Well, I went home and I kind of woke up in the morning and I had like,
What
I
did you
kind of
have
put
it-
it in the missus handbag.
1,000 coasters or something.
Like the shot, like a cool shot glass.
Oh, okay, that's play on.
Like I took an orange.
You need a female if you're doing it because
you need
they've got the handbag.
You need an
yeah.
accomplice. You kind of need a getaway driver just
And
in case.
if you get caught, you just point at the bird that you're with and say,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
blame it
even,
on them.
I don't even know her.
yeah, she was with me,
Yeah.
and
What's
that's all.
what's your name again?
Yeah, laters. No, but then I got into it and I thought about it. And back in the day, I took a tip jar,
Yes.
and I reckon that's so not
play on.
from a joint in Japan. But it paid for our rental car in Japan, and all the boys were pretty stoked about it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
What have you stolen from a pub? Like that's the worst.
Mate, like I said, schooner glasses.
That's the worst you've stolen.
And yeah, I do it when I'm with my grandma because you can't have a go at your grandma.
Well, especially if you put it in her purse.
Well, exactly. And if the waiter's got the nerve to accuse my grandma of stealing, my lovely, lovely grandma that just would never do anything like that, maybe she brought the schooner glass to the pub.
Maybe she fucking doesn't like your schooners.
Maybe because of COVID, she's hygienically worried
Yeah.
whether or not where those fingers have been.
We have someone bring their own wine glasses in the restaurant here.
Do you?
Yeah. These like Riedel branded ones.
You've got nerves like...
Kind of disrespectful. Like are our glasses not good enough?
I've never heard of someone BYOing wine glasses
yeah.
to a pub.
If you can it's not a BYO place.
Yeah, it's not a BYO glasses place.
What did you have for lunch? Because you are just burping up a fucking
Mate, I
Storm
haven't
of it.
eaten in the last 2 days, but today I had this like steak.
Can I guess it?
I'll guess
Was it Vietnamese or something?
It was like steak, rice, and salad.
Yeah, okay.
Am I gassy?
From your mouth.
Yeah. Well, I apologise, shareholders, for absolutely nothing.
It's throwing me off. I keep like breathing it in.
Mate, enough is enough.
Surely you can smell it with your nose.
Well, mate, there's a lot of smells going around at the moment, and you're not fucking making it any easier.
I smell good all time.
I think that might be us.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah.
that was a pretty good note.
Mate, I reckon your race call was brilliant, yeah.
Dude, that's going to go viral for sure, just like my Brownlow call did. Gabby Doxy, if you're listening, I still want you to share that Brownlow call.
Well, thanks, shareholders. That was
Shareholders, that's it. FYI, the caps and the bucket hats are en route.
the way, yeah.
Keep spreading the love with OFD, would you?
Yeah.
Get them to follow us. We need a new comp.
Hopefully we got Linny coming on.
Lenny
so-
coming on, that's big time. And enjoy the rest of the Melbourne Cup Carnival. 1 day to go on Saturday, Spring Championships Day.
Yeah.
Actually, I might just give you a winner in that, actually.
What are you doing tonight? You got somewhere to be, don't you? That's why we got to wrap it up early, hey?
Yeah, I've got somewhere to be, shareholders.
What are you doing?
Oh, going for a walk.
Yeah? To where?
To the Triffid.
Who with?
Joe.
Mama.
Anyway, shareholders, I'll tell you how it goes next week. If it goes as well as things are going at the moment, I won't have much to report on. But no, it's going well, shareholders. I'm going to give you a tip just to finish off. Okay, I'm going to give you something at a price because fuck the lot of you. Now, you know what I'll do? I'm just going to give you a 3-legger. Fuck it. All right, I'm going to give you a 3-legger just to finish the day. Race 4, number 11, The Place. So dazzling. That's paying $3.40. Then I'm going to back In Secret to beat the Kiwi thing. That's in race 7 at $4.60. Okay. And then just to top it off, just because I'm a sucker for cash, I'm just adding that in. Stick with me, you shareholders.
Shit, if the shareholders like the sound of your voice, they'll love this episode because you haven't shut up the whole time.
And the anchor of that multi, because you know I just love a good anchor, is my Blackbecker West Wind Blows. Now, that'll pay $43.79 on Sportsbet. We'll post that. I am so effing due, it's crazy.
Yeah. Due to post something or?
Well, due to win something.
Good luck, bruh.
Righto, baby.
Play that funky
Saucy,
music.
sorry if I
Where's the
took this.
Queensland spirit now?
What were we going to say? What were you saying? Were you saying you're keen for tonight?
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped for tonight,
Yeah.
shareholders.
You got a few jars?
I'm back on the horse.
Having a few jars?
Yeah, I'm having a few jars. I'll be at the Triffid. If anyone's around,
Yeah.
come see me.
Fuck Canberra.
And remember, City Cats of Brisbane are iconic.